Hello, my name is Cynthia. I'm a hospitality tutor at Kirklees College, and I'm going to show you how to do a very popular jerk recipe. We're going to be doing jerk kebabs and with a jerk sauce. But first of all, what I'd like to do is thank the Windrush generation for bringing to England these wonderful recipes and foods. And can I say to our generation, please, 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 let's not lose it. Let's not lose these lovely recipes. Show your children, show your grandchildren how to prepare and cook them. Okay, so we're going to start off with the jerk marinade. Okay, there's a difference between a jerk marinade and a jerk sauce. So I'm going to dem the jerk marinade first of all. This is what you would marinate your kebab meat in, which we're doing chicken today and vegetable. What I've done is actually made the jerk sauce in advance. So a jerk sauce, for those of you who don't know, is made up, its flavours is a lot of spices. So we've got us Caribbean spices there, nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice, and then we've got aromatic vegetables, which are as ginger, as garlic, as onions. So when you bring all those ingredients together, you've got to let it down, because for a marinade to work, it's got to be in liquid form. So in the jerk, the liquid that I'm using today is a bit of oil, orange juice, which is a fruit juice, and what that gives it, the sugar, when it's cooked, caramelizes, and that gives it its nice sticky flavour. So I know in Carnival what we do with barbecue, it's about quick, fast food. So barbecuing is one of the cooking methods that we use most. So once you've made your marinade, it should be liquidy. And I know a lot of people see jerk seasoning in the shops. They get it in paste form and you can get it in powder form. So if you get it in powder form, I would always advise, or paste form, let it down with a bit of olive oil, a bit of lemon juice, a bit of orange juice, and that will give you your marinade. We're going to start off with preparing our vegetables and chicken for the jerk kebabs. Right, so the meat that I'm going to use boneless chicken thighs. We're going to cut the chicken thighs into 4. So what you need to do is make sure that when you cut your meat, you cut it evenly, so it's even cooking. Alright, so about 2 centimetres cubed. It has got fat on there, but I think the fat is nice because what it does, it gives it flavour and it renders down when you cook it. Okay, so it's peppers, lovely colours, red, green, yellow. That's why pepper really works well for nice colours when preparing food, especially for Carnival, because Carnival is all about colour and making food look pretty. So I'm going to take the core out of the peppers, cut the peppers in half. There's usually 4 halves to a pepper. You want to break the pepper down into the 4 halves. All this core bit we don't want to cook because it's just going to taste bitter and it's not going to cook very well when preparing your kebabs. So take out the core. And what I'm doing when I take out the core, I'm releasing the colour of the pepper. I'm looking at the size of my chicken and I'm going to cut the peppers to approximately the same size as the chicken. So from 1 pepper, and I'm going to add that to the chicken, you're going to get quite a lot of cubes. Right, so now I'm going to prepare the red pepper, which I've taken the top off. I'm going to de-seed it. Now this isn't a strong pepper, it's a sweet pepper, so it's not spicy. Cut it into 4, take that core out. When you take the core out, like I said, you're releasing that lovely colour. And then we're going to cut it the same size as your green peppers and your chicken. I'm going to mix it round, and then I am going to add a little bit of salt and pepper, not too much because remember you've got salt and pepper in your seasoning. I'm going to mix some marinade to bind all my ingredients. And when you're working with marinades, you can leave it in the fridge. You know, I could leave this 2 days. It wouldn't do it any harm, and it will really absorb all the vegetables, all the chicken will absorb that marinade, and that's where the flavour will immerse into the ingredients that we're using. Right, so now I'm going to show you how to put the vegetables on your kebab sticks. These can be found, especially in summertime, the kebab sticks, because a lot of people are doing barbecues, so they're really readily available, and you can get them in most supermarkets. So there's a pointed edge and there's a flat edge. When you're working with your food, make sure you use the pointed edge to go through your when making your kebabs. So I usually start off with a bit of chicken. You can do this however you want, there's no right or wrong way. But when you're putting your food on your kebab stick, make sure there's a little bit of a space so that the heat penetrates through and it will allow even cooking. So I'm looking at my lovely colours. So I'm having a bit of red, a bit of yellow pepper there. So I'm doing 1 piece of meat, 1 piece of vegetable, keeping a little distance between them. I'm going to griddle my kebabs, but obviously if you were using a barbecue, you would stick it on the barbecue. So when you're griddling, make sure your griddle tray is nice and hot. So you should get that smoke there, because what I want to do, I want to seal my kebab. That's the noise I'm looking for, that nice sizzle. What that will do, it will stop my kebab from sticking, and it will start to colour it. So a nice bit of oil. And when you're kebabbing, when you're griddling, don't keep turning. Everybody wants to keep turning the food very quickly. Leave it so that it takes some time to get that lovely colour, and it starts cooking. So what we're looking for when we're grilling or barbecuing your chicken and vegetable kebabs is a nice colour on one side. So that's the caramelisation of any sweetness that's in your sauce. You don't want it to go too dark. So just a nice caramelise. That helps with the colour, helps with the flavour. So I'm going to turn that. And what I'm looking for there, these are going to take between maybe 10 to 12 minutes to cook. Okay, so I've talked about jerk seasoning, which is and jerk marinade. That's what we do, that's what we use when we're adding flavour to the food that we're cooking, that we're jerking. And then we always have a jerk sauce. When you go to Carnival, they say, give me some of that sauce. So this is what we're going to make now, which is 2 completely different things. So your sauce is made out of ketchup, honey, chili sauce, and then it has acid to it. So soya sauce, Worcester sauce, you add them together. I have got a recipe, so I'll let you have that at the end of the video. So I've got tomato ketchup in there, I've got honey in there, I've got a bit of chili sauce in there, I've got a bit of sugar in there. So add it all together. I'm going to boil this down. So in order to boil this down, I'm going to add some chicken stock. And I've got about double amount of stock to sauces in there. And you can play about with these flavours. This should take approximately 20 minutes to simmer down. And what we're looking for is a nice spicy sauce. To my jerk sauce, I'm going to add a Scotch bonnet. I love the flavour of Scotch bonnet. Now I'm going to add it all. If you want to add it all to get the best flavour of it, you need to just make an incision there, just to release the flavour from the bonnet. And I'm going to add it all to that sauce. And what I'm really looking for there is the flavour of that Scotch bonnet. And at the end of it, if you want to chop it down, you can do. And that gives a lovely Caribbean chilli flavour to our sauce. Right, so I've got a nice caramelisation on my vegetable kebabs, chicken and vegetable kebabs. That's what I'm looking for, a nice equal colour, because the first thing we eat with is his eyes. If something looks good, your belly's saying, I want that. Okay? So, to test your chicken, go in at the thickest point. And the temperature probe should say 63 or above. So I've got a nice caramelisation. I've tested, is that chicken cooked? If you don't have a thermometer, then you can always use a knife. So go take your kebab off, just cut through right down to the stick. Have a look at the colour. If there's any red in there, that's an indication that the chicken's not quite cooked. Put it back on. Yeah? So I've probed this. The temperature probe saying 63. I'm happy with that now. There's no blood coming from there. So I'm going to take my kebabs off. So that's my kebabs all ready. My jerk sauce is ready now. So like anything, you need to taste it. Oh God, that tastes good. That does taste nice. I can taste that lovely Scotch bonnet in there. It's got a good colour, it's got a good consistency. When it boils down, it does thicken. And it's got a good colour there with the soya sauce. So what I'm going to show you now is we're going to tray up these kebabs. Bit of lettuce, I've washed it already. Chiffonade it down. And I think I'm going to serve a bit of lemon. The kebab. Just cut it into wedges. Take the corn off. This just for presentation. And when serving wedges, if you can try to take as much pip out of the lemon as possible. Salad at the bottom, and the kebab sticks on top. I put 3 on there. And just to add some additional flavour, that lovely barbecue sauce, jerk sauce we've got, I'm just going to... So, there you have it. Jerk chicken kebab with vegetables and a jerk sauce. Okay, so there's many ways you can serve this. We've got the kebab sticks. Let's do a wrap. So, bit of salad at the bottom. Just take your chicken kebab pieces. Okay, so once we put a filling in, we put a jerk sauce in there. We're going to wrap it. So we need to keep the filling inside. So two sides up, turn your wrap round, keeping all your filling in, nice and tight. So we've got a nice wrap. Then we're going to cut it in half. So there we have it, 2 beautiful dishes, and thank you my ancestors. So now, the best bit. You know when they always taste it? But actually, you know what? It is good. Enjoy your Zoom Carnival, everybody. It's been lovely working with you. If you're really interested in learning more about these different types of foods, then the college has plenty of courses. If you're interested, go to the college website, or you can get hold of me at the college, where I will welcome you. So signing out, stay blessed, stay loved, Cynthia.